Hey there, I've made so many versions of this video, I just want to try to make this as quick as I can. I thought I was going to have to move. Because there was smoke billowing into this upstairs, cigarette smoke. And you know how I feel about cigarette smoke. Upstairs here gets very, very hot. Very, very, very hot. And even with the fans blowing the whole time, it's still like 12 degrees hotter than outside. And when we have 85-degree weather, well, you get the idea. And last night was the third time that, over this past month, that cigarette smoke was billowing into the place. Because the neighbors, which they have the right to do, we're all going outside and having a smoke on their porch. And I was like, well, this isn't going to work out, is it? So I thought I was going to have to move. And I talked with my friend Dan, who's been looking for a roommate for a while. The place he's staying, he's not very happy with. And we discussed a bunch of the logistics of the whole thing. And I have cat allergies, but he continually tries to tell me, look, my cats are not the type that cause allergies. They're the specific breeds that don't give people those problems. I'm like, But, you know, most things seemed pretty good, but a two-bedroom apartment is going to be expensive. I don't know where we would have to live in order to make it reasonable, and then the places that would have a reasonable rent, there's not going to be decent public transportation, because neither one of us have a vehicle. Blah, 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 blah. It would be rough. But we still talked about it, and later today we're planning on getting together and just talking some more and just hanging out. And then I got a couple hours sleep, and then I don't know, about a half hour ago, my mother and I had a talk about the same thing, and she's like, well, I really need you here. And she does. She's physically not able to do... She can't even really do half the stuff that she could just last year. Physically, she's just not... her knees are giving out. Her ankles are giving out. Her feet have always had major problems. She has a whole bunch of problems with her shoulders. She has some... just a whole shit ton of problems physically. And it would be really rough if I was to move somewhere that every time she needs help, she'd have to go drive to pick me up, and then I could help her with whatever it is. So, you know, and rent here, you know, right now is pretty cheap. You know, $350 to $400 a month, no utility. You know, I don't have to pay for utilities. I should say all utilities paid is what I should say. And then there's internet. And there's a vehicle I can drive. And she's like, well, you know, there are 3 rooms downstairs. They're big rooms. She says, she goes, it just seems silly for us to not utilize them during the summer. So we've decided that we're going to utilize all 3 rooms during the summer, just a temporary thing. And then when we start getting cooler weather, I move back up here again. The plan right now, but now we need to talk with my brother to see how he feels about this, is for her to move into the room that's next to my brother, again, temporarily. And then I'll move into the room that's currently my mother's. And, you know, just do things like that. And then again, when we start getting cooler weather again, then I moved back up here. Seems good to me. And the reason why we're thinking of my mother moving to that room next to my brother is because she doesn't really make much noise. Sometimes I do. And we're not trying to keep my brother up. And my brother isn't really very loud. So every so often he'll play some music kind of loud, but it's usually at the times that my mother's awake anyway, so so that seems to be the plan, but yes, I do hate cigarettes so much that I was, I'm willing to move to somewhere that I wouldn't really have much and even be around cats that I have allergies to, just to not be around cigarettes. That's how much I hate cigarettes. So, anyway, so things are going to work out. But probably for a little while you'll see me have a different background for my videos than this upstairs. It has been very hard already when it comes to how hot it gets up here, when we've had the warmer weather, but now I probably won't have to worry about it. So, anyway.